USA's longtime allies are reacting sharply over its decisions affecting bilateral relations. From trade policies to territorial issues and immigration, leaders from various countries are expressing skepticism about direction Trump's administration will take.
January 20th marked the day Donald Trump officially took office as the 47th President of the United States. But for many foreign leaders, the event was met with trepidation. Hours after taking his oath of office, Trump signaled 25% punitive tariffs against the United States' two major trading partners that could come as early as February 1. In retaliation, Canada vowed strong pushback while Mexico urged calm in the face of US President Donald Trump's trade threats. I'm convinced the relationship between Mexico and the United States will be good and respectful, where dialogue will prevail. Our vision is of Mexican humanism, of fraternity between people and nations. But we'll always keep our head high. Meanwhile, in Europe, Germany's conservative opposition leader Friedrich Merz, frontrunner in polls to become the next chancellor, urged a united European stance in talks with President Trump. Whereas German Chancellor Olaf Scholz hoped for United States to continue to be closest ally outside Europe. Scholz also noted that Trump and his administration will keep the world on tenterhooks in the coming years.
The United States is our closest ally outside Europe. I will do everything I can to ensure that it stays that way. Our first discussion with President Trump and the contacts between our advisors point in this direction. Trump and his administration will keep the world on tenterhooks in the coming years in energy and climate policy, in trade policy, in foreign and security policy. But we can and will deal with all of this.
Greenland's Prime Minister Mute Egda has firmly rejected the idea of the island being taken over by the US and asserted that Greenlanders do not want to become Americans.
We are Greenlanders. We don't want to be Americans. We don't want to be Danish either. Greenland's future will be decided by the Greenland. And I must insist that the future of Greenland will be decided by the Greenland.
Panama has taken tougher stand by complaining to the United Nations over US President Trump's worrying threat to seize the Panama Canal. In a letter to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, the government of Panama City urged the United Nations chief to refer the matter to the United Nations Security Council. As President Trump makes announcements after announcements related to international relations, how he responds to these international concerns will undoubtedly shape US foreign policy. That will also be a major factor, whether he succeeds in changing the course of world dynamics or it just becomes the conflict points. Akshi Hansda's report for DD India.